So these people are all, I mean, the ladies, they're all Christians. It's
Yeah.
Christian concern.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay, guys, we're going live. This is day 2 of the Darlington Nurses Tribunal hearing. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in the room. There's not going to be a lot happening this morning, as there's not going to be the grand entrance like they did yesterday. There's no mainstream media here. We've got Ian. What was your second name,
Masterton.
Ian? Masterton. Check out Ian Masterton on X, because Ian's he's done all the photographs from Sandy Peggy, the Fife. They were all Ian's photographs, and he's doing all the photographs for this as well. So check him out on X. So there's just me and Ian outside at the moment.
Pretty lonely here.
Yeah. You can come in the shot if you want, Ian. So just me and Ian here at the moment. All the mainstream media have gone. We've got Bethany Hutchinson, yeah, and she's just come in. She was the tall nurse with the long blonde hair. She's going to be giving evidence today. So what I might do is, if there's not a lot happening outside, I might actually see if I can get inside and actually listen to the tribunal. I've got my cameras with me and my signs and stuff like that, so I don't know if I can get in. They might be able to register them and put them in some storage or something like that while I go in. So that's what I'm going to do, but it is a bloody freezing cold morning here up in the northwest. I've got lots of editing to do as well. There's lots of videos to come. Part 2 of York, that's uploaded, ready to go out tonight at 5 o'clock, but I'm clipping the live stream from yesterday as well and giving sections. So some of you would have seen the video where Kelly J. Keane took down that crazy mad geezer yesterday. He was just the gift that kept on giving. Some people have asked me, have you got the video of the big guy that Kelly J. Keane and I was talking to? That's the pictures of that have gone all over X. I have got that video, and I'll be putting it out. A little bit sensitive actually. This guy was you saw him, he's huge. He's about 6'2". And he was probably weighed about 140 kilos. That's 20 plus stone. And he was claiming he was a trans woman and there's nothing he can do about it. But I think he was a little bit special, he was a little bit autistic. So I was debating whether to put the video out or not, but this guy says he goes into women's spaces all the time, and Kelly J. Keane was telling him not to do that. So I think based on that and based on what he does and his actions, I'm going to put the video out. But yeah, he didn't hang around for too long. And then we had this little woke-tard girl with the signs saying trans rights are human rights. She is one of what I talk about all the time, Mao's Red Guards, you know, would have been a Hitler Youth, would have been Pol Pot's Khmer Rouge, you know, one of the do-gooders that are being indoctrinated in that building over there, yeah. And then loads of them turned up, loads of the young woke-tard generation. This is the thing, it's Generation Z that are the problem, yeah, and a few of the millennials. Oh, we've got our security guard, Mr. T, as well, as people were saying. Size of this geezer, he's amazing. He stood there with his arm folded. How you doing, man?
Good morning.
Are you all right?
How you doing?
Yeah, good to see you. There's not going to be as many people today. Yeah. This guy, what a dude this guy is. Yeah, it's going to be a cold one today, mate, and there's not going to be a lot of people here. So, yeah.
Dedication.
Yeah, dedication to the cause. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the building where they're all getting indoctrinated over the road. So it's really good. It's the fact that what they're getting taught is being played out, and their bullshit ideology, right, is getting played out in the courts there. Their woke agenda, their complete attempts to destabilise Western values and everything that we know to be true and objective truth is getting scrutinised in that building there. All right, and let me just grab my bag. Got hundreds of pounds worth of cameras and stuff in that, so I don't want somebody to grab it and run off with it. Yeah, so yeah, not as much happening today. if I can get inside, I'll be able to report back on what's happened. But with me having my bag in the signs and things like that, don't know if that's going to be the case. I'm hoping while this live stream's on that some more of the nurses will turn up. I didn't set my live stream up soon as I got here because I was speaking to Sue and I missed Bethany coming in, so I do apologise about that. I've had a rush of emails and things like that yesterday. I know, yeah, yesterday and all up to the evening. Thank you for sending those. I can't reply to a lot of them because people are asking, you know, they're like saying they're on my side, and I'm sure they are, and when am I going to go to certain places? Can you let me know? Hold on, there's more people turning up now. All right. More. I was trying to work out if they were the nurses. I don't think they are. Yeah, people are asking me saying, oh, if you're coming down this, please let me know, I want to support you. Now, you've got to understand this, guys. There are people that will want to, they don't appreciate what I'm doing. Yeah, all these trans rights activists. And I don't know if you're a genuine person that's emailing me or you're one of these activists trying to work out where I'm going to be. So purely for security reasons, I can't let you know. So if you're one of these people that have sent me the emails, I do, if you are a genuine supporter, understand that it's not that I'm ignoring you, it's just that I cannot prove whether you're genuine or not. So, yeah, and same when it comes to people offering to be my bodyguard and stuff, I really appreciate it, but all it is just an account contacting me, whether it's an X account, whether it's a Facebook account, or whether it's an email account. For me, you know, there's no face to that person, so I do hope you understand that. And I feel bad for not responding to genuine people, but I can't discern who's genuine or who's not. So you do get that, guy. You do. I hope you do get that. So if I can't get in there, maybe I'll come back here round about lunchtime when all the students are about, see if I can get some of them on camera. It's great that the opposite thing is, there's a couple of guys that follow the channel that came down yesterday, Dean and James. It was James and Dean. Older people will know James Dean. Rebel Without a Cause was one of his films, 1960s, I think. Anyway, I do digress. So they came down, they're supporters of the channel, and they came down to tell their story. Particularly Dean's story. Dean's got a young 10-year-old in school. He's 11 now, but he's been taught all this woke nonsense, and he was telling me that he's been taught about wet dreams at 10 years old, that kind of stuff. He's quite distraught, Dean, and he feels like he's been stonewalled because he's trying to complain, but they're having none of it. So I think we've pointed him in the direction of the Free Speech Union, because he's got to go in for a voluntary police interview. I think he's voluntary under caution. So I've told him, and this is news for anybody, if you ever have to go in for a police voluntary interview, you are quite within your rights to record it. And always remember, in these interviews, even though they're friendly and they're smiling, they are looking to get evidence to convict you. Okay, the police is a captured organisation. You know, even if the officers are on your side, yeah, which a lot of them are, the organisation, the institution isn't. And they're always looking at ways in which you will trip yourself up and they'll twist your words and convict you. I'm trying to... there you go. So you can see Mr. T and Ian in the background there at the same time. Former soldier here, don't volunteer for anything. Yeah. Yes. That's what they always used to say in the military. Yeah. And one volunteer's worth 10 pressed men, they used to say. Yeah, Mr. T, I forget what his name is now, the guy. They've actually employed him to come all the way up from London. And look at the size of him. He's a man mountain. He's not massively tall, but he's like 130 kilos. That's nearly twice my weight. I'm 70 kilos. I don't realise how short and small I am until I see videos of me next to these guys. So I'm kind of like killing time a little bit here, guys, hoping for, you know, more of the nurses turn up so you can see them coming in. But I don't think, as I say, there's going to be a lot happening out here today. I'm trying to think what else I've got for you. Yeah, there are some interviews. I've got 2 videos lined up to go out. The one's at 5 o'clock today. The other one with the big guy in the red top, I might bring that forward. I don't want to release too many videos in one day. And I've got the live streams to go back through and clip and then post them up on the channel, because the live streams never seem to do as well in terms of views, and then people miss them. But if you repost them up as an actual video, as a published video, they get much more traction. So just as an example, the live stream that I did yesterday, I can't remember the figures now, maybe 2,000-3,000 views, and then I published that clip of it last night and it went 40,000 views, you know, in one evening, which was amazing. I'll read a few of your messages. Love your videos, keep up the good work. Thank you, second-hand shenanigans. Keep the videos coming, there, great. That's from a day to remember. Thank you so much. When you go to a voluntary to the police interview, do I have to go? No, you don't have to go. You don't have to go to these voluntary interviews. I wouldn't know what to do if I was in that position, whether I just say, well, I'm not going to come then. And then what they can possibly do is arrest you and then interview you. And then you don't have the right to film it, to video it. But if it's a voluntary interview, you can go in with a lawyer. So for example, you know, I'm a member of the Free Speech Union, so I would maybe get one of those to come in with me and then video it. Police will act very different when you're videoing them, even in these interviews, and then they can't twist your words then as well. I know they record it, but if you've got a copy of it and you've got a copy of it, you can post it on the internet. You know, obviously, you know, the internet's like a double-edged sword. It's with any kind of technology. You know, I love technology, but it's a bitch as well. But it's a double-edged sword. But it turns people like myself into freelance journalists. You know, all you've got to do is, you know, put the effort in, get to places, show people what they're interested in, and people will tune in, which is what you guys are doing now, and it is much appreciated. Always good to record everything that happens, even with the police. Yeah, of course. Part 3, I don't think I've spoken about this. I might have mentioned it in passing yesterday. So with 3 parts to the York series of videos, as I've just said, part 2's going out tonight. Part 3, the police, well, when I say the police come, I did mention this yesterday, I remember saying it now. A PCSO, Police Community Support Officer, Blunkett's Bouncers, David Blunkett was the MP that introduced them. It was his idea. So he turns up. And I explained to him everything, what my signs mean, and explained to him what autogynephilia is and all that kind of stuff. And I think he was actually on my side. And then there was a guy, a soy boy with his wife and kids in the cafe, what I'm stood outside of, you know, giving me expletives written down on his phone with his wife and kids there. So when the PCSO is looking for hateful and derogatory things on my sign, and they asked me, is everything going okay? And I said, well, that guy there just coming out of the cafe, you know, he held his phone up and it said something quite nasty on it. And I said, I want to make a complaint against him. And this guy's arse drops out. So anyway, you're going to see that, and you're going to see the conclusion of that as well. So that's going to come on part 3, and I think that'll go out probably Saturday morning. And there'll be lots of follow-up videos after that, I think, from when I clip the live streams from outside here. So just to give you a little bit of context, guys, that's the university behind us. Good morning everyone. So yeah, that's the indoctrination centre. Whoops, at the back there. I'm quite surprised that there's not more people turned up. I knew there'd be a lot fewer. Morning. Morning. I knew there'd be a lot fewer people, but I didn't think there'd be just me, Ian, who's the freelance photographer guy there in the background, and Mr. T, the security guard. So they paid him to come up from London to be security, and he's going to be here for 3 or 4 weeks as long as this tribunal lasts. For the most part, he's going to be on his own. It's going to be boring, but easy money. If you haven't seen the videos from yesterday and the one with the mad guy and Kelly J. Keane, just watch it, because this Mr. T guy, he just stood there with his arms folded in the background waiting for it to kick off. Nobody's going to kick off while he's there. Yeah, it was Mr. Angry with his eyeballs. His eyeballs were really bulging out like I'm trying to do with mine now. He just completely lost it. Yeah, his boots are fantastic, aren't they? He's like he's going to some kind of steampunk convention. Here's some more of the nurses turning up, I think, today. Here we go, they're coming out. Morning, ladies.
Morning.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So that's some of the nurses just turning up. No media scrum around them today like there was yesterday. Yeah, right, can anybody tell me what time it is at the moment? Steve, I'll buy you a coffee if you can get Mr. T to boot off him. So 9:15, right, I think this starts at 10 o'clock. I might give it another 15 minutes with you guys and then see if I can get inside. I did have a couple of people said they were going to meet me here this morning, but they haven't turned up. And I guess it would be interesting to be able to be inside there, so I'll give it another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll see if I can get inside, and then I'll be able to maybe I'll just do another live like this and tell you, you know, what actually happens in there. So yeah. Hey, we've got another guy. All right, mate. Are you okay? Yeah, not bad. Are you? Good. Are you on YouTube or?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
Follow you.
Yeah. What's your channel?
It's Terry Tracker Channel.
Who?
Terry Tracker Channel.
Terry Tracker Channel.
Tracks
guys.
me all over the world.
Right. Okay.
And this time next week we'll be in Thailand.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Right. Fantastic.
Where this kind of thing's more accepted, but they don't pretend to be women.
Yeah, that's the difference.
We know what
they
are.
Yeah, I've been to Thailand. I've seen all the lady boys there. You know, the sad reality of it is in Thailand is that a lot of the lady boys there are just prostitutes.
Exactly, they are.
And that's how they earn the living.
Yeah.
You know, and although prostitution over there is almost acceptable. It's weird, you know, how poor people, families will push daughters, you know, obviously when they're at the age of consent, they'll push them into prostitution to make money for the family, for the poor family.
They do, yeah.
You know, it's a sad reality.
Luckily, I'm going with my wife and kids.
Yeah.
And I'm going over there because my father-in-law lives out there, so we're going to stay with him.
Yeah. I actually went over to Thailand once for dental surgery to get my metal fillings replaced for white because it was cheaper over there. But yeah.
So are you going to be wearing the boards today?
There's not going to be a lot happening out here. So I did bring them to wear, but there's not going to be a lot going on. I might wait for the students to come out a bit later and then put them on and see if I can get some dialogue. But I'm thinking of just, you know, going inside and, you know, seeing if I can. I don't know if because I've got cameras in the bag and stuff. I don't know if they'll allow me to take them in.
No, I don't think
signs. Or unless you can put them in you can normally put them in a locker or something like that. I don't know. So we'll see.
But I do fully agree with what you're saying.
Thank you, mate.
I'm all for anybody can call them whatever they like.
Yeah.
If you want to call yourself a woman, you call yourself a woman, but don't expect me to call you a woman and lie.
Yeah, and lie. Yeah, exactly. So, we come from the same point as well. Yeah. And I said, yeah, you do what you want to do as long as it doesn't adversely affect anybody else.
That's it.
But that said as well, I think that people with a mental illness need to be protected for themselves. Should we really be allowing them to have sex change surgery if they've got a pathological condition?
This is it.
Are they some of the nurses that are going in there as well?
So,
yeah. All right, ladies. Yeah, that's some more of the nurses in the background there going in, guys. So I'm going to see if I can get in there with them. There's 7 of the nurses that are giving evidence in total.
Everybody goes on about trans rights. They have the rights. They can have whatever rights they want. They can call themselves whatever they want.
Yeah. When they talk
about our rights,
when they talk about trans rights, they're talking about male privilege.
Yes.
For going in, you know, the perverted males, autogynephilic males, they're privileged to go into women's spaces, just like this guy here. Yeah. This guy that calls himself Rose.
Yeah. And to be honest, I didn't actually know about the story until I seen your lives yesterday.
Oh right, okay.
And I've had a quick read about it. And apparently he asked one of the nurses 5 times when you're getting changed.
When you're getting changed. I know.
No, shocking.
Yeah. So, yeah, I might actually try and get in there now. I think it starts at 10. So I'm going to end the live stream very, very soon, guys, and then try and get in there.
Funny enough, when I was actually looking for the story, I found another story.
Right.
And it was a guy that looked pretty similar to this Rose. So,
yeah.
And he was on Snapchat and he was having dates with somebody.
Yeah.
Performing sexual.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And he got jailed for it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen that that case, guy. So this guy, I don't like to say trans woman. He's a male identifying as trans, and he got off with this other guy who was drunk and said, "Oh, I'm on my period, so we can't do anything." But they engaged in other sexual acts, and then he eventually told this guy that, you know, I'm a man. So he went to court and he was convicted.
But did he go to a male prison?
Oh.
That's the thing. It doesn't say, does it?
Who knows? Yeah. Right, guys, what I'm going to do now, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to end this live stream because I'm going to try and get inside the tribunal and see what's going on. And then I'll be able to bring to you straight from, you know, first hand exactly what's going on. So thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned, because if I do get in, I'll do another live stream later this afternoon and talk about it. All right, thank you very much. And I'll see you soon.
If you can't, and you want to